And welcome back, Buckeye Nation. It is Sunday night. It is scorching outside, and that means only one thing. It's time to huddle up around that virtual table and talk all things Scarlet and Gray tonight on the OHIO podcast, Sunday Night Roundtable. Before we dive in, do us a solid. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell so you're notified anytime we drop new content. And hey, if you really love what we do, and let's be honest, why wouldn't you? Seriously, come on. Go the extra yard, become an official member. It's only $3.99 a month. Lots of great benefits to that, including free shipping from our online store, free great behind-the-wall content, a t-shirt after your first 30 days as a member, and then, of course, coming up here in the next couple weeks, free digital access to our online preview guide. Guys, if you want to go and support the show a little more, we always are great with super chats. It helps us to keep the platform going. And guys, it helps your voice get heard across Buckeye Nation. We are also here as the proud representatives of Scarlet and Game and Fansided. Go over to Scarlet and Game and Fansided where you can catch our audio podcast along with tons of awesome articles about everything Buckeyes. And don't forget, we are also the official Buckeye podcast of the College Huddle. Head over to thecollegehuddle.com where you can find us alongside 80 of our closest friends in football, covering college football from coast to coast. Thank you very much, Andre, for the compliment about the hat, by the way. Appreciate that. So now that the bills are paid, we are going to go ahead and meet tonight's crew for the roundtable. We have our buddy from the Buckeye Lounge, the Schrock Star, Shaun Schrock, on with us. And backed by popular demand, representing the Buckeye Bro Show, it is our guy, Alex Bryant. Guys, how we doing tonight?
Great.
Fantastic. Ready
awesome.
ready to draft these players.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, guys, we're going to do something a little different tonight. We love to always bring you the best content, the latest news, but you know what? It's the middle of summer. It's hot. We're looking to have a little fun tonight. So, here's what we're going to do tonight. We are going to do a draft. And I would like you guys to participate in the draft by putting your picks in there as well. What we are doing is we are doing a fantasy draft of the last 3 national championship teams. 02, 14, 2024. We are going to take the players that were on that roster. Now, they do not have to be starters. And guys, there are some very interesting freshmen and non-starters on these rosters. They do not have to be starters. They just have to be on the roster for those national championships. So we are going to do that. And here's the way it's going to work. It's a snake draft format. We are going to go with our predetermined draft selection as we did before. Alex is going to go first in the draft. I will go second. Shaun gets the turnaround at third and then the first and the second round. I'm going to try to keep up the best I can, type in our picks as we go. And here's something fun I decided, Shaun, and I'd mentioned it. You weren't here when I mentioned it. Guys, if you would like to make my draft pick for me, throw it in as a super chat. First super chat with their player is going to be my draft pick in that round. But you got to do it before I do it. That's the key. Okay. That being said, Alex, you are on the clock with the first pick in our fantasy draft. You are taking.
Nothing's changed since the last time, boys. Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that when that's kind of a no-brainer.
Yep.
All right, I am on the clock here. And guys, you know what? I last time I started out with kind of a unique method, and I thought it worked pretty good. And I'm going to do that again. I'm going to start on my offensive line.
Ooh.
There was a freshman on the 2002 team that wasn't too bad. He played a little bit of center as time went on. That's Nick Mangold. I'm going to start with him right off the bat.
Ah.
Man.
He learned his lesson from last time.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with one of the most important positions on the team. That's pass rusher. I'm going with Nick. I'm not Nick, but Joey Bosa. It's my
Joey
first
Bosa,
pick. So
nice pick.
then it comes back to me,
Then it's back to you again.
and I will go and I will take Taylor Decker. So I will start on my offense and defensive line. I want Decker and I want Bosa. Starting in the trenches, fellas.
All right, guys. It's my turn up again. Whew, where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? Let's see. You know what? I love me some offensive line. Give me some versatility on that offensive line. Give me big Donovan Jackson.
Ooh,
Fair.
nice.
Just like last time, he's the most important Buckeye player in the history of Ohio State football. He is Braxton Miller, and he is
Ooh.
going to be another wide receiver of mine, like he
Nice.
was last time. And right off rip, I'm going to make sure I snag him too before I regret it. The Heisman winning quarterback who was on the 2002 team but wasn't the starter, Troy Smith.
Nice.
Yeah. What do we think, chat? Anybody want to pick this one for me? It's only going to cost you a super chat, guys. Let's see here. Do I want to continue to build that up? Not me. I'm going to take me a little defense, I think, on this one. I'm going to go a little defense. I'm going to take me another 2002 freshman.
Oh no.
Give me one A.J. Hawk.
Oh, that's what I was gonna take. That hurts. Oh, that hurts.
Gotta take him.
Yep, gotta take him. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I had him last time. I don't blame you.
I am gonna take probably the best safety in college football right now. I'm going with Caleb Downs.
Nothing
Fair.
wrong with that. That is an awesome pick. And your backup pick?
I'm going to finish my defensive line out. I'm going to take Will Smith. God rest his soul, but I'm going to put him with Joey Bosa as both my defensive ends.
Yeah. Oh, let's see here.
Can't argue.
That puts me up here. Man. I'll tell you what, I got a lot better list this time than what I had last time, guys.
Yeah. You had some good guys last time.
Yeah.
No, I mean I got a lot better list than I'm looking at. Remember, I couldn't find half the players last time. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? He took him.
Shout out to Steely and Studley for coming in. Buckeye Pay, Dennis Marr, Vader, Coconut, everybody in the house tonight.
You know what? I talked about versatility earlier with Donovan Jackson. Let me get a little more versatility here. Let me get Chris Gamble.
Ooh, nice pick. Super freaky
Snagged
athlete.
him from me. Chris Gamble. Okay. I'm gonna do it again because I cannot allow either of you to take him from me. My favorite Buckeye of all time, Mike Nugent.
That's who I thought you were going with last
we're getting
time,
him on
Alex.
the team right away because no other kicker comes close to him from these three teams.
Nope.
No.
And then now that I've secured him, let's see, who do I want? Let me get Josh Simmons on the O line.
Nice.
Josh Simmons, good pick. Oh, gonna make me work for it. Here. Where's my? There we go. Oh, he got that. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and grab myself my other tackle as well right now. Give me Shane Olivier.
Nice pick.
He's taking all the ones you're going to go grab, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. You learned from my last team.
Yeah. Shaun is suffering over here. He's like, God, taking all my guys.
No doubt. I tell you what, I'm going to get me a surprise pick here at quarterback. I'm going Joe Burrow because he was a freshman. He's underclassman on that 2014 team.
Was he? I didn't think he enrolled till 15.
I thought he was on 14. Well, if I'm
He
wrong,
committed in May of 14, but I don't think he actually enrolled till 15.
all right then.
Yeah, I don't think he was either.
All right, then I will take Will Howard.
That would be a nice get.
Yeah, I'll take Will Howard then.
Yeah.
I want my
See
quarterback.
you had last time. I don't blame you.
Yeah, that's a great pick there.
And I will go on, since I got another pick, I will go on the offensive line, and I will take, let's go Pat Elflein. I want my center.
Fair.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, what do I want to do next? You guys have made some great picks. Odie. You know what? Give me Austin Town's own Billy Price.
Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy.
Billy Price. Okay.
So I need one more guard in my mix.
Fair.
Although, actually, though, we never did 100% say, are we allowed to move the guys at all? Because Billy actually played center, but he played some guard as well.
Yeah.
So,
Same with
I'm going to use him as a guard.
That's
Okay.
what we did last time.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Started at guard, and he moved.
As long as it was a majority of their snaps came at one of those positions. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to get Seth McLaughlin here.
That's a great pick.
And then I need some defense. I need to get some defense going. As far as I see, nobody's taken him yet, so I'm gonna snag him this time. Give me Mike Doss.
Oh,
Darn it.
Nice pick. Nice pick.
That's exactly where I was going on this one, but that's okay. TJ, what's happening?
Great value. Great
Yeah.
value in the later rounds.
The captain.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
Would have been a Hall of Famer if you didn't get hurt.
exactly.
You know what? I might as well finish off my offensive line. Give me Rob Sims.
Damn. That hurts.
Putting a knife in his heart over here, man.
Oh, man.
Breaking him.
Whew.
And I love the way we're all kind of taking different approaches to this.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty consistent with what you did last time, Alex. But
yeah, I see what you're doing. You're taking some offensive linemen from me, taking some from him.
Yep. Yep.
Smart move. Smart move.
Exactly. And he's taken two
Build
players
those
that I was
punches
going to
up.
take with my next draft pick. He killed me.
Mm-hmm.
The AJ Hawk and the
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Yep.
Is it my pick?
Yeah, you still got.
Yep.
Yeah, it's your back-to-back picks.
On my back to back. I'm going to take Zeke. I want my running back.
Darn it, that's a pretty good one.
Fair.
My favorite running back besides
He's
the guy
okay.
behind
He
me.
did pretty well.
Yeah, he did okay. He was okay. Not too bad. And I'm
He's
going to
all
go. It's all right. I'm going to go back on that defensive line. I'm going to take Draymond Jones.
Draymond. All right. Feels like we are going a little bit quicker than we did last time, guys. Of course, we haven't gotten to the
Yeah, I
point
got
where
the
we're
hang of
dried
it
up
this
on
time.
people yet. Well, somewhere I have forgotten a pick or
Mm.
something. Wait a minute. Yep, I'm missing one of my picks.
You want me to tell you who you have so far?
I got Mangold,
Jackson, Olivier, Price,
Rob
Sims, Hawk, and Gamble. Okay.
I didn't have Sims in there. Okay. All right. So let's take a look here. Oh. You know, I don't need to do that right yet. You know, he took Zeke. I'm not going to miss out on the other guy that needs to be in there. Give me Mo Claret.
Ooh.
He's my dude.
Fair enough.
So,
You had him last time anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's see here. I need some more defense going on. Who's left? I'll take.
that's
What?
great, Coconut. After you guys draft your teams, you should podcast you guys playing it out on a
Yeah.
1970s electric football game. All right, Alex.
Oh,
Sorry
God.
about
Jesus. Oh, good. I'll take Tyreek Williams here,
Ooh, nice
pick.
pick.
and then give me Marshawn Lattimore.
that. Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Well, you know, I really need. You know what? Let me start working that defensive trench a little bit. Give me Jack Sawyer.
Oh, nice.
Fair.
Not a bad pick at all.
All right, who you got, Shaun? Lock in.
I am going to go. I think I'm going to take my one of my receivers here, and I'm going to take Michael Thomas.
Not a bad choice.
Fair.
And then, since it's my pick again, I'm going to grab another one. I'm going to go Mecca Ibuka.
Nice.
Can't go wrong with the
Mecca
best receiver. Yeah.
Buka. There you go. Okay.
All right, so
Hey, you got him back this time.
you know, give me Michael Jenkins.
Ooh, nice one.
The chat's
You
all
had him
calling
last
for
time,
him.
didn't you? Or who did? Who did? Who
What's
had
that?
him last time? Is it me?
I think you had him
Oh,
last time.
did nobody draft him last time?
That's possible.
I did not.
I thought someone took him.
There is no shot none of us took him last time.
That would be pretty
No,
outrageous.
we did. None of us took him last time.
That would be
Nobody
pretty outrageous.
took him last time. Wow. I feel stupid now. Crazy. Well, I'm going to make sure I keep my receiving core intact here. And I am going to get Scary Terry McLaurin.
Oh, nice.
One of the most underrated Buckeye receivers of all time. So I got him. I'm going to make sure I lock him up again. Give me a Sam Hubbard.
I like Sam.
And remember, guys, everybody has to have been rostered on one of the last 3 championship teams to be drafted. I've seen some names up in the chat that were not rostered during those championship wins. So sadly, we cannot pick if they are not from a championship team.
True.
Okay. You know what? Give me Santonio.
Ooh.
Fair.
That's a sneaky pick. Nice though.
He got him last time too.
I did.
Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, I forgot that he was on that roster last time.
I'm gonna pick my friend from Clyde, Ohio. I'm gonna
Darn
take
it!
Tim Anderson.
Who was that? Who was that, Shaun? For those who didn't hear,
Tim Anderson.
Tim Anderson. Yeah.
Him and Draymond Jones will be my tackles. So,
all right.
I'm gonna have to go with
Big Tim.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with one of my favorite linebackers to ever play at Ohio State, and I'm going with Raekwon McMillan.
Great one. All right. And actually, Buckeye Pay, we did already draft Maurice Clarett. I got him in the 8th round. Let's see here. I'm tempted, but I'm not going to do it. I don't think. You know what? Let's take the top off this thing. Give me Devin Smith to round out my receivers.
Nice pick.
Very fair. Devin Smith. Okay. You almost got the same receivers as last time too. Actually,
Pretty close.
You did. Pick for pick. Okay. Let's see here. What do I need? He was already taken. Okay. Let's go O-line. Give me Alex Stepanovich.
Nice pick.
Nice pick.
Stepanovich. Okay. And I want to make sure I get another good corner here. Let me get Gary on Conley.
Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Good pick there. Great pick, Alex.
Okay, let's see
Thank
here. You know, I'm not going to mess out on tight end this time. Give me Ben Hartsock.
Ah!
We are ruining his day.
They're like buzzards picking at my other team's carcass. I tell you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. I'm gonna get my other receiver. I'm gonna go with Paris Campbell.
Nice choice. And what do you got next?
Oh, I'm going to get my other tackle. I'm going to go with Josh Fryer.
Okay.
All right. Where is it? Where is it? You know what? It's insane, but I'm going to draft a kicker here. Give me Shaun Nurenberger.
You guys stuck me again.
Yeah, just keep picking apart Shaun's team. There you go.
Yeah, well, don't
Oh,
touch
you
Alex.
didn't have him last time, Chris.
Yeah,
You
We stuck him with
got the
kicker.
leftovers now.
I still got my kicker.
I got the greatest kicker in Ohio State history, so I'm
Exactly.
good. I'm okay. All right. Let's see here. Who's ripe for the picking here? I need a linebacker. Let me get Bobby. Bobby
Yeah.
C.
Bobby Carpenter.
Carpenter. And then let's look here. I will take.
Thank you, Bobby Mack.
I will take Mike Kudla again.
Like it.
Bobby Mack's $5 super chat. I get the super chat for picking his favorite receiver and the most underrated wide receiver in Buckeye history. Schrock gets a high five for the best grunts. Appreciate that, Bobby.
Love you, Bobby Mack. You already know what Chris says about you.
Oh, let's see here. I believe I need me some more defensive line, don't I? I do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Give me.
Getting to the tough point.
I'm going to take Michael Bennett.
Nice pick. That's a good pick, man. All right, my pick.
I don't think anybody took him last time, did they?
Buck
I
Vader
don't
says that
think
Shaun
so.
may
Yeah, I don't
need
think
medical
anybody-
attention after this show.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody took Michael Bennett
I
last
think
time.
so.
Yeah, nobody did. Solid.
I am gonna just pair up Caleb Downs with Lathan Ransom.
Fair.
That's not a bad choice.
And while I'm at it, I'm gonna grab another one. I'm gonna take Jordan Hancock.
I think I actually had him last time.
Nice.
All right.
Jordan Hancock. Yeah, I think you did. Yep.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to snag my other corner. Give me give me Denzel Burke. Why not? It's pretty solid.
Fair.
Fair.
All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna rob Shaun here. I'm gonna get Adrian Clark here.
Good pick. Good pick.
Now I need one more O lineman. Okay. I need one more defensive lineman as well. How many linebackers did I get last time? Oh, I got 3 last time. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna make sure I get him again. Let's get Josh Perry here.
Nice pick. Nice pick.
Oh, let's
Thank
see
you.
here. You know what? The chat's been calling for it. I'm going to go for it. Give me Von Bell.
Ooh, nice. I had him last time.
Absolutely.
Guys, we're flying through this. We are already getting ready to start. This is the last pick of the 17th round. We're only going 24 deep. That's pretty good.
My pick,
Yep.
I am going to go with. Give me Will Allen.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you'd forget about him.
Yeah, I was gonna get him on the other pass too.
Oh, man.
You got 3 safeties.
Yep.
Nice. Hey, I mean, he's loading up.
I'm going to go with. Give me my other favorite linebacker that I like, Mr. Lee. Give me Darren Lee.
Fair. D. Lee.
At the starting linebacker side. Well, you took Perry, but I got Raekwon and Darren Lee.
Let's see here.
Okay.
Oh, how do I want to do that? Let's go up here and see if I can catch him up here. You know what? Give me Simon Frazier.
Fair. Simon Frazier. Okay.
So I got
All right. I'm gonna make sure I snag him. I'm gonna get Malik Hooker here. And then let's see, that gives me my 2 corners, my 2 safeties then. I need one more defensive lineman. Give me Tyquan Lewis here.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, let's see. I got my offensive line is set. I think the only thing I don't have on offense is a quarterback. And since you two already took yours, I don't need to worry about that. How many linebackers do I have? I've got
1.
just AJ. I guess I ought to get a linebacker or two, huh?
There's one you took last time that's still on the table.
I know. You know what? Give me Sonny.
Ooh, nice.
Yep. Back on your team.
I'm gonna.
That's good. You upgraded from Bob to AJ, and then you got Sonny back.
I'm gonna take a page from Alex, and I'm gonna steal T.J. Downing.
Fair.
Then I'm gonna finish my offensive line off with Demetrius Knox.
I don't know if anybody took him.
They didn't last time, no.
You know who nobody has taken, and it's kind of surprised me?
Who you're going to take right now?
I'm just wondering, can I make it work?
Probably.
I'm going to have to double check here. Oh, let's see here. We're going to see. Can I? We're going to see if I can type. That's what we're going to see. Well, I can move an end inside if he has played inside before, right?
Sure, why
Isn't that what he
not?
said? Give me JT.
Offensive line wise?
No, defensive
Oh,
line wise.
okay.
I'll say
Give
if
me
you look,
JT to
Oh, JT too.
there's a couple other defensive tackles that were good. Still hanging
Yeah,
around.
there's one more out there that I could have went with.
Well, I'm gonna take a corner. I'm gonna take Dorian Grant.
What happened here?
Fair.
Wait a minute. That's not your pick, Shaun.
I thought it was.
No, you picked Demetrius Knox, then I took JTT. So
Oh,
we're
my
back,
bad.
we're back to Alex.
Oh, Alex can take him if he wants him.
Wow. Wow.
Screwed up.
I see how it is. Trying to get a sneaky extra pick in, huh? Let's see. Who do I need? I need one more offensive lineman, so we might as well get that while we're in the ballpark here. I'll grab him back. I'll get Jamarco Jones.
Nice pick. Solid.
Jamarco Jones. Okay.
Hold on before you do your next pick.
So I'll take care of my own
I
line.
have
D-line's
almost forgotten
good.
something.
Yeah, what's up?
We need to do a break for our sponsor.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
The OHIO podcast is brought to you by Mastermind. Mastermind specializes in 360-degree high-definition mobile video mapping, GIS integration, and traffic safety studies. Mastermind cares about traffic safety and keeping you safe on the roadway. Visit Mastermind at onlinemastermind.com.
All right, guys. Looks like next we have to go ahead and get your next pick.
Okay, so my offensive line's done. My D line's done. I think all I need now is a running back and a linebacker.
Well, we still have.
Let me get Cody Simon.
Nice pick.
Get him back on the squad.
Oh, where is it? Where is he?
I don't think DeJuan Jones was on any of the championship teams.
He's not on a championship team now.
I took Taylor Decker.
Should have been.
I took Taylor Decker.
He was a missed kick away.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here.
Yeah, I saw Jordan Fuller too, and he wasn't on there either.
Four defensive linemen. I think I need another safety. I think I need. I need another linebacker. I need another linebacker, another safety, and a quarterback. Is that right?
Grandpa
Yep.
Buck, I like Donnie Nicky too. It's a great one.
Well, let me get. I should have put positions down as I went too. Should have done this by position.
You want me to tell you a position you need?
I know I need
You
a
need
safety.
another safety,
Yeah, I knew I needed another safety.
and you need a quarterback.
I need a quarterback, and I think I need a linebacker as well. Yeah.
Your offensive and defensive lines are done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Lincoln Keyholes is still available there.
You're funny.
Watch him be our starter. Wouldn't that be something?
We win an Addy with them.
I mean,
it's safety.
that's what happens when we get an above average quarterback. We win an Natty.
Yeah, Steely. Alex took Brexton. Steely says you can take Devin Brown.
Of course, I took Braxton.
I will take.
Buckeye Pay says the
Give
other
me
one I would have
Tyvus.
taken.
Cool, I took Tyvus last time. Good pick. All right, is it finally my pick now?
It is your pick, back to back.
All right, I'm gonna take Dorian Grant, and I am gonna take the best punter in OSU history, Andy Groom.
Oh, that's right. We still got punters.
That is fine by me, sir.
Let's see here.
That is fine by me.
Him and Nugent on the same team was awesome.
He's a beast.
You know what? I needed another linebacker, right? Or I needed either a linebacker or a defensive back, depending on if I'm doing a 4-3 or 4-2-5.
There's Mr. Wilhelm.
There's Wilhelm. There's a few.
I'm sorry, Alex. Did you need another linebacker? I don't want to be telling them guys if you need.
I got my 3.
You know what? I'm going to take C. Grant.
Me and Steely's buddy.
Okay. I don't think anybody took him last time.
Nope.
Fair enough. Let me get my running back from last time. One Shaun Judkins.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna make sure I get my punter so I don't get left with the scraps. Cameron Johnston.
Nice.
So what? BJ Sanders is the scraps, right?
Oh,
Isn't that about right?
Or your pick from last time, Joe McGuire.
Yeah. He'd been better off taking Mark McGuire.
So really, all I have left is my punter and my quarterback. Yeah, I'm going to take BJ Sanders so I can think about the quarterback.
All right, my pick.
You got about 2 realistic options for this pick.
Me?
Yep, it's yours. It's your back pick.
There's 2 guys here that I wrote. It's a coin flip between these 2 guys, but I'm gonna take Jeff Heiserman. I like Heiserman.
Jeff Heiserman?
I could have taken Nick Van Nett, but I'll take Heiserman.
Fair. I'll gladly take Van Nett.
And then
But you're not going to go wrong there with either of those guys.
No, I mean I like them both, but I'll just take Jeff. Then
Not at all.
I got to take Jalen Fielding to fill out my roster for my kicker. So
I'm so sorry.
I thought about it taking Nugent,
But not sorry enough.
I was going to snag him quick, then I forgot, and I knew you were going to take him with either your second or third pick. And
I would have cried. I would have cried. I'm not gonna lie to you. You would have saw full baby tears from me.
So
I love
I'm
Nugent.
torn. I am very torn here. Chad, I'm going to ask for a little input. There's 3 quarterbacks I'm debating between. My personal favorite, which is Craig Krenzel,
Love Craig.
the guy who had maybe one of the best 5-game runs you've ever seen in Cardell Jones, or Ohio State's leading stat man, JT Barrett, which would
By the
absolutely
way,
drive Eric nuts.
Cardell Jones.
Cardell. 12
Cardell
games.
Jones and JT Barrett will be in Canton, Ohio, signing autographs this weekend. This Saturday.
Will they really?
Will they
In case
really?
anybody wants to go get some
Of course,
autographs.
Shaun and I are
Yep, and
obligated to be somebody else somewhere else this
Belden
Saturday.
Village.
Let's see here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take JT. I think I'm going to take JT.
Oh, my heart. Yes, it feels so. They took him this time. He got a home this time.
I mean, statistically, he's the greatest
Good.
quarterback in Ohio
I
State
love
history.
me some Joe.
Statistically,
I love me some Joe Thomas Barrett. I don't get the hate. All that man did was win. He
and
just
put
lost
his
a few
body on the
games here
line
and
to
there
do
that
it.
sucked.
Whatever needed to be done.
He just
I like that Penn State game when his leg was dangling.
he
there
just
and
lost some games here and there that sucked. But
I don't get the hate for Krenzel
what a
either.
man.
Some of these people.
I'm very proud of. Yeah.
Not
I'm
actually.
very proud of
player
you,
pick
Chris.
of this
Very
draft.
proud of you. Yep. Well, I need a tight end. Give me Nick Van Ant.
All right.
Man, that's not a
I
bad
didn't-
way to go.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
honestly,
here's who didn't get taken this time that got taken last time. Ty Hamilton left on the board. Craig Krenzel left on the board. Carson Hinsman, Joe McGuire, Trey Henderson, Jalen Holmes, and Damon Arnett.
I went with a different offense this time because I went with 2 backs last time. I took Zeke and Trey.
I don't blame you.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yep. I don't blame you. Cool. And now
Okay,
head coaches,
so-
right?
Now, head coaches. And I want you to know, I specifically crafted my roster with a head coach in mind. Go ahead. Because I know it.
My guess is it's going to be the same way it went last time because, and you can call me crazy, chat, but I'm going with James Patrick Tressel as my head coach.
So
I'm already pre-typing yours, Chris.
I think I'm
Unless
gonna
you want to
surprise
shock me here.
I think I'm going to surprise you.
Oh boy,
You go. Are you gonna pick
Shaun's
D'Antonio?
birthday's today. I guess.
You know, the roster I drafted, I think if it's not a Tressel roster, it's definitely an Urban roster. Give me Urban.
Okay, I was gonna say you're not about to pull Day over Urban here. There's no shot.
No way. I'll take Ryan Day all day. All right, man. Got no issues with that.
Yeah, there you go.
Man's a
All
winner.
right, so chat. I'm going to run through the list real quick. Give you who we each of us took for our teams. Or actually, you know what? Why don't we each run through our own roster? And you guys get a vote on who had the best. So, Alex, you want to start with your team?
I got to be honest with you. I feel better about my team this time than I did last time, and I felt pretty great about mine last time. All right, so I got my head coach Jim Tressel, quarterback Troy Smith, running back Quidshon Judkins, My 3 receivers, Jeremiah Smith, Terry McLaurin, and Braxton Miller.
Wow.
Tight end, Nick Vanette. Offensive line, I got Josh Simmons, Seth McLaughlin, Alex Stepanovich, Adrian Clark, and Jamarco Jones. Defensive line, Tyleek Williams, Tyquan Lewis, Sam Hubbard, and Mike Kudla. My linebacking core is Bobby Carpenter, Josh Perry, and Cody Simon. My defensive backfield, Marshawn Lattimore, Gary Conley, Mike Dawson, Malik Hooker. I got the greatest player in Ohio State history in Mike Nugent at kicker and Cameron Johnston at punter.
Not bad. Not bad. But let me tell you, good luck to both of you, your defenses, getting through my offensive line, which consists of Nick Mangold at center, Billy Price and Rob Sims at the guards, and then Donovan Jackson and Shane Olivier at tackle. They'll be blocking for Maurice Claret at running back. We got Ben Hartsock at the tight end. We got Michael Jenkins, Devin Smith, and Santonio Holmes at receiver. And getting the ball around to them is the ultimate field general, JT Barrett. That was just for you, Eric. The ultimate field general. Defensive line, I have Jack Sawyer, Michael Bennett. We're going to put JTT to the inside with Simon Frazier as the other man on the outside. Linebackers, we got AJ Hawk. We got C. Grant. We got Sonny Styles. At the corners, Chris Gamble, who may sneak in on offense from time to time, but at corner we got Chris Gamble and Denzel Burke. At the safeties, we have Von Bell and Tyvis Powell. We have kicker is Shaun Nurenberger, BJ Sander at punter, and they are being led by the nastiest SOB to ever walk the sidelines. Maybe Woody Hayes was a little nastier. He did knock a kid out. But Urban Meyer.
All right. My offensive line, I got Taylor Decker, TJ Downing, Pat Elfline, Demetrius Knox, Josh Fryer. My quarterback is Will Howard. My running back is Zeke Elliott. Receivers are Michael Thomas, Emeka Ibuka, and Paris Campbell. My tight end is Jeff Hireman. On my defensive ends are Joey Bosa and Will Smith. My defensive tackles are Draymond Jones and Tim Anderson. My linebackers are Raekwon McMillan and Darren Lee. My safeties are Caleb Downs, Latham Ransom, and Jordan Hancock. Then my 2 corners are Will Allen and Dorian Grant. My punter is Andy Groom, and my kicker is Jalen Fielding, and my coach is Ryan Day.
All right, chat. So now it's your turn to vote. Is it Alex? Is it Shaun? Or you know who it is. Is it me?
It's a shock star. Thank you, guys.
So let's get those votes in the chat while we're doing that, guys. We got a few minutes left in tonight's show. So why don't, if you guys have any questions about what's going on, any thoughts, any questions for anybody on the panel, let us know. All right, Brian.
Brian Oberst, my old buddy, man. What, Obi? Come on, man. We went to high school together. I've known you since the 1st grade, bro. What are you doing to me, man?
Tyler, right there. Dude, come on. You're better than that. Pick a winner, dude. Pick a winner.
Hey, just remember, Chad, I have Troy Smith at quarterback, okay? I have Troy Smith at quarterback, guys. I get 1 vote. Thank you.
Well, we've all got one so far,
you,
and then we got a 3-way tie, according to Tyler.
Thank you.
Oh, 2 for Shaun. Shaun, you're up at 2.
2
we will keep the voting open for about another
2
minutes. 3 minutes. 3. Yeah, well, no, we got Lucia. We got Andre.
There was another
Oh,
one.
and Dennis, yeah.
Dennis.
I got
Lunatic.
Mike Nugent, guys, and Braxton Miller.
Yeah, but you got Braxton
Come on, guys.
receiver.
Hey, I want to give a shout
Put
out.
Lee's comment up. Put Lee's comment up.
All right,
We got to address
here.
this.
There we go.
We got to address this.
Okay, here's the
We
thing.
do not get there without JT.
Correct.
No.
Period.
Yeah, I
Cardell's
agree.
quarterback all year. We're not national champs in 2014. I promise you.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Lunatic Fringe and just to give him a shout out because his sister had a fall today. So I want to prayers to Mary, his sister, and good vibes. And I hope she recovers fully and fast. I think she cracked a rib or two. So Lunatic, thinking of you, brother. Prayers out to your sister.
Prayers
Oh,
up, man.
come.
Maybe,
Well, it looks like Shaun's
maybe
winning
so,
this
but
in
we
a
don't win it with
landslide.
JT either.
Thank you, Lisa.
I don't agree with that, Lee. I don't agree with that, Lee. I think JT Barrett wins that playoff too.
I don't think it's as decisive. I specifically don't see the Wisconsin game as decisive. I don't know that we go in there and blow them out
Probably
with
not.
59 to whatever.
I still
Nothing
think we
that-
beat them by 3 touchdowns at least. But
I think we beat them by 3, maybe even 4
But-
touchdowns, but I don't think we put up nearly 60
People-
points. And keep
people
them
forget
off.
how good JT Barrett was before breaking his leg. They forgot how good he was. He was really good.
And let's remember too
And then
that
he got hindered
yeah. So
for 2 years by bad offensive
there's a lot of
coordinators.
JT Barrett hate that goes on in this world, and I don't get it either, Alex. Because to me, again, I said I think he was an ultimate field general. I think he was a great, just absolute great leader.
He was a gamer, man.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna ask him this Saturday. I'm gonna ask him this Saturday. I'm gonna be like, do you plan to coach at Ohio State someday, be our quarterbacks coach or something? Because I would love him on staff. He would recruit like Lauren Ice and them do. He'd be able to land some guys. He's relatable. He's insanely relatable.
Yeah.
So
And
he can teach the importance of the rivalry, which is.
I tell you what, Gary on Connolly, when we just had him on the show a couple of weeks ago, and he was roommates with JT Barrett. And he talks about what a leader he was and how mature he was, and how they had faith that he would win. I mean, they were sure they were down after you lose Braxton Miller, the 2-time Big Ten Player of the Year, and I mean the guy's a superstar, but they had faith in JT, and they said how mature he was and how much he played his butt off. So they all rallied behind him.
And Coconut.
And let's be real too.
I'm going to agree with Coconut here. I think Cardell definitely is an OSU legend.
Yeah.
Like I said, he had the greatest 5-game run or end of the season run.
3.
Yeah, 3-game run. He had the greatest 3-game run.
3.5 if you want to count the.
Yeah, until Will Howard's 5-game run. And honestly, you look at that. Look at the guys these teams were surrounded with.
Yeah.
Or look at the team these guys were surrounded by.
I mean, if you looked at your man when we won it in 2000, with Cardell, man, look at the way Zeke was playing. Zeke was hitting his stride. I mean, because he wasn't that great early on, and he got.
That's why
went on, man.
Yeah.
That's why I say any 3 of those quarterbacks would have won that natty. Especially, imagine Braxton on that team. We probably don't lose to Virginia Tech game 2.
No.
We might have still.
Oh,
just
I'll
because
tell you
we
right now,
weren't
if Braxton
ready
was never injured.
for their defensive game plan. But
I mean, they were throwing stuff at JT. He
15
wasn't
and
ready
0.
for, never saw
My
him. I mean, they confused him. And,
yeah, Bud Foster just had an amazing game plan. It might have screwed us over even with Braxton, but I still think with Braxton we're 15 and 0.
Do I think that JT could have aired out the ball enough to beat? I think he could have beat Bama. He could have gotten the ball around enough to beat Bama. He has a different skill set. That's the thing.
Lee,
it's a different skill set.
Yeah.
He would have.
The problem
manipulating the pocket, and He could have used his legs more if necessary.
The problem, Lee, is a lot of Buckeye fans who hate on JT only focus in on 15 and 16, where our offense wasn't as great because we had a dog, offensive coordinator.
Offensive coordinator, yeah.
If you look at 14 with Tom Herman and 17 with Ryan Day, those were easily his best years. And why? Because we had great play callers those years. So 14, he was great airing the ball out and everything and doing it with his feet. And then 15, 16, his passing got absolutely hindered by Ed Warner and Tim Beck. And then Ryan Day comes in, is his quarterback coach and OC, and then all of a sudden he's back to JT of old.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So
here's the question, guys. We've gone through this exercise. You look at all three of these teams were really pushed forward, I think, by a tremendous run game. We've been talking about the quarterbacks, but a tremendous run game is really, I think, and defense is what really did it for these teams. Which one of these teams would not have won, or let's put it this way, which of these teams would have still won a national championship without their lead running back?
02 doesn't.
I agree.
14 probably doesn't either.
I agree. I think only this 2024
24
can, because of the fact that we had two number ones and a really eager James Peoples who was very productive when he got in there as well.
Yeah.
So I think we still had a decent two deep, even if we lose our starting running back.
Well, that's all the
now I'm curious about this. How would you boys rank these three, best to worst?
See, I'm partial. I always go with the 02 team first. That's just because they're the ones that
fair answer.
And I have as well, Shaun.
They're the ones that broke through the ceiling. They're the ones that broke through the wall after all those years of being close. And that team they probably had the toughest test out of anybody. I know 14 had their first playoffs.
Absolutely.
24 had the first, extended playoffs. But, man, 02 played the dynasty team, a team that nobody would thought we had.
They had, 34 wins in a row coming in, I think it was?
I mean, they lost one game in 3 years. I mean, that team was stacked beyond belief with NFL talent, and they still won it.
Mm-hmm.
And that team all year had that pressure because there was no leeway to lose back then.
However, let me make an argument here.
Yep.
I mean,
you could conceivably say that I think that this most recent championship, 2024, may have had more to overcome.
They did have more to overcome, especially after the Team Up North game.
You had the loss to the Team Up North. You had a fan base, a good chunk of which had turned on their coach.
Ooh.
You had players who were starting to doubt. And Ryan Day gets these guys together. And these leaders on this team get this thing together and go on what was, without a doubt, the most incredible 5-game run that you've ever seen in sports, I think.
See, the way I look at it, though, back in 02, though, they couldn't lose at all.
That's true. They could.
Because it's a different format.
Yeah.
If they had the playoffs back then, they could drop 1 or 2 games and still get in. But back then with the BCS, you might be able to afford to lose 1 game if everybody else loses a bunch of games. But, I mean, the pressure was on to win every week. And I think the 2014 team had more to overcome than this last year's team did, in my opinion. Losing not 1, but 2 quarterbacks in the same year.
I can see the argument for that, but I also think that team had a built-in excuse if they lost, whereas there was no tomorrow for Ryan Day if he lost. Let's be real. If Ryan Day doesn't win this national title, is he gone? I would venture to say he was.
Probably not, but boy, he's awful close.
If he lost at Tennessee, if you'd have went out there and laid an egg. Sorry, Alex.
Oh yeah. No, you're good. No, to Shaun's point though, Ohio State, because of this 12-team playoff, they were already in it, even if they lost to the team up north, right?
Correct.
The 2014 team, they were on the outside looking in. They really should have been in that top 4 going into championship game week, but they decided, let's keep them out, and then for some reason drop TCU if they end up winning by a considerable margin, which never made sense. TCU shouldn't have even been in the conversation anyway, but that's neither here nor there. But the way I'd rank them is the way they happen: 02, 14, and 2024. You could interchange 1 and 2. You have good arguments for either, but as even though they had the harder road postseason wise, 2024, they were easily the weakest of the 3 teams, especially in the trenches, offensive line and defensive line. Like, you look at the offensive
Good.
and defensive lines of both. Yeah, you're hard pressed to get better than 02 and 14 in that retrospect. So,
I mean,
and they both beat the team up north, so you automatically get 3rd place if you don't beat the team up north in my book.
and both of them won Big Ten championships too.
That's true. That is true.
But
Yep.
this year's team beat more top 5 teams than anybody, in a single year.
This year's,
Which is also true.
This year's team maybe beat more top 5 teams than the other 2 teams combined.
I mean, if you look, 2002 had that rock. It was like almost every game was a rock.
It's possible.
I mean,
yeah, 2002 was
I love
there.
that.
There
year.
were games that
I
were
love that year
struggles.
so much.
I mean, Will
And we
Allen
played an
made-
extra game for no reason.
I mean, Will Allen made I don't know how many last-second interceptions to close games out for us to win that year. I mean, he had one against Cincinnati because that come down to the very end. The Michigan game,
Let's not forget Purdue.
Purdue.
The holy Buckeye moment, man.
Hey,
That's,
Buckeye.
I tell you what,
Yeah.
I went back and rewatched that game, and it was.
Until recently, they had,
I mean, I went back. I watched.
you got
that
stressed
game.
all over again, didn't you?
Well, it's funny
Yep.
because they
I was
showed-
10.
they-
I was listening to it on the radio
I
Saturday,
was
actually.
screaming. I was jumping up and down, screaming in my living room. My mom told me, if you don't, one of these days, you're going to have a heart attack if you don't watch it. I said, man, because it was funny because the Purdue crowd was chanting overrated to the Buckeye sideline, just giving it to them because they thought they won that game. And when we had Tim Anderson on, and
That was the
we
best.
we asked him, what was going through your mind when Craig Krenzel threw that ball? He goes, Craig, you dumb son of a... He goes, I was pissed. He goes, he should have ran for the first down. He goes,
He's like, it was wide open. And then didn't he also have a wide open tight end across the
no,
middle?
it was supposed to go to Hartzog, and Hartzog was covered. And
Yeah.
and he just wound back, and Jenkins had a step, and he just...
I wish I had that T-shirt on from 11 Warriors with the play on it. I have that T-shirt.
Yeah,
It was like an option route for Jenkins, I think, or somebody.
that OTU team was just a team of destiny.
That play actually was their go-to play to get first downs, and because I interviewed Ben about it, and he goes, yeah, he goes, they scouted us right. He goes, we use that play to get a first down all the time. That was our go-to play, and they had me covered. They had him covered, and he said Craig could have ran for the first down, and that's what Tim was mad about. And he said he just launched in. They looked down there and saw Jenkins caught it, and he goes, and it wasn't so bad after he caught it. It was just like, no kidding.
Yeah.
It's funny because there's twice in Ohio State.
All anger goes away when it works.
There's
That's right.
two big plays in 2002 where Ben Hartzog should have got the ball and he didn't. It was the holy Buckeye. He was supposed to get the ball. Then
The
if you look at
interception?
that- and the interception where
Sean Taylor got it.
Sean Taylor, Ben goes, I'm sitting there. He goes, I locked eyes with Craig. He goes, I'm sitting here in the end zone thinking, oh man, I'm going to catch a touchdown in the national championship game. He goes, next thing I know, this big hand of God just comes in front of me and just rips it away. And he goes, I got knocked. He got knocked down on the play. And he goes, next thing he knew, he could. All of a sudden, I heard the Buckeye fans start cheering. He goes, he goes, it's kind of weird. He goes, I didn't realize what happened until I got up. But 2 times he thought he was going to be, he should have been the hero, and he got robbed.
So
Yeah.
bigger play for you guys.
Credit to Purdue though. They made our lives hell after that. So.
They
Bigger
always
play
play
for
us
you guys
tough.
in 02. Holy Buckeye or Maurice Clarett stealing back the ball in the national title game. Holy Buckeye, obviously, clearly a game winner.
Holy Buckeye.
Because, I mean, if they don't do that,
We don't
play
get to
falls
the
flat.
national title game probably
Exactly.
without that.
Agreed.
I mean, if say Taylor goes down there and they kick a field goal, I mean, we still win. There's still a lot, a lot of game left to be played. But I mean, it was a big swing in momentum, though. Not to take it away from.
Okay,
how big
bigger
of a-
play. Bigger play.
I
Maurice
say
Clarett's strip or Sawyer with the scoop and score.
Sawyer.
Probably the same logic.
Yeah,
Well, we might have still
But-
won that game without that, but that really sealed it.
yeah. That
But
kind
here's the thing.
Remind me,
We're-
did we score after we got the ball back with Clarett? Did we score that next drive?
I can't remember if
I
they
can't
did or not.
recall.
I can't recall.
And I just listened to this game's replay on Saturday. The fan was playing it.
I tell you what, you go back in that
If
game.
somebody in
and
the
there-
chat remembers.
There was a play in overtime in that 2002 game where it's fourth. It's in like double or triple overtime. It's fourth down and
Kick a
like
field
D.
goal.
Grant.
fourth down and 15, and Craig
know.
Krenzel throws that strike to freaking Jenkins for a first down. I mean, people dog on Krenzel's passing ability, but man, did he make the clutch throws when he had to.
There's the answer to your question, Alex. We scored a field
so
goal.
we
after
were
that recovery.
probably up 17-14 at that point. Then after that, so
Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty important. Then
That was a big swing.
I'd go with Clarett's over Sawyer's
Just because it was the
because
national
without that
title
3
game.
points, yeah, and that and just because without that 3 points, Miami, let's say everything else goes the same, Miami beats us 17-14 in regulation. Then
Yeah, but when if
so
Sawyer doesn't
have to
get
go
that
with
sack,
Clarett on that.
weren't we only up by 3 when Sawyer got that strip? Were we up by only 3 when he did that and got the touchdown, got the strip? Because it was fourth down.
We were up.
We were up
Yeah.
by 7,
We
weren't
were
we?
up 21-14.
Okay,
yeah.
so they were going in for the
They were
tie.
going for the tie, and it was fourth down.
All right.
Who knows if we would have stopped them otherwise? Maybe
Yeah.
we would have and still won by 7. But yeah,
Okay, we got a
okay.
question from Lee. How
that
many
game should have went to
players?
overtime.
How many players would have even thought to try to take the ball off of Tyler?
Taylor.
Most would have just hit, or Taylor. Most would have just hit him and called it a day. It
The
was a
fact-
pretty instinctive play.
That's the difference of Maurice Clarett, folks.
The fact
That's
that he
right.
ran him down was another thing too. I mean, people
That was
forget.
impressive.
Taylor was a freak, man. That guy was a freak athlete, and if he doesn't die into that home invasion and gets murdered, he's going down as probably one of the greatest safeties of all.
He's
time.
gold jacket. He's gold
Yeah.
jacket.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
he's can't.
sure.
without a doubt.
With his eyes closed.
Yep.
With his eyes closed.
Okay, guys.
Um,
Oh, go ahead, Alex, and
yeah.
I'll get to the next question. Go ahead. So, Brian Oberst.
It's really sad that
Oh, go ahead.
it's really sad to think about how because Clarett ended up getting in trouble and the bad hires of 15, we could have had 2 repeats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly, if more people came back for 2025, we could have had like 3 repeats in 3 decades. 4 if you count 06 and 07.
Oh, hey, man.
Makes
Look at
So,
look
but
at the
which
90s.
that was so funny. Did either of you guys go down to the celebration at the stadium after the championship this year?
I didn't.
I went down
Yep.
when Jack Sawyer took the stage and said, "I just want to announce to everybody that I'll be coming back for my senior year." And the crowd erupted. They were all excited. He goes, "Nah, just kidding." That was so cold.
Well, he
didn't
couldn't
even
anyway.
know
I think he was
who
out of
left.
eligibility.
And
He was
then
out of
they
eligibility.
eligibility
I don't know why anybody fell for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody fell for that.
He was already a
He
senior.
already did his senior year.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but because he was still in that group that would have had 1 year left due to the COVID.
I
So
thought
they-
that's
you
why
could have
he
had a
redshirted
6-year
that year.
eligibility.
I don't know if he had it.
Here's the thing, though.
I don't know.
He
if
would
had
never have come back. It would have been insane to come back. He did what he intended to do, and
especially that playoff run he had. How
Yeah.
great he played down the stretch. I mean,
And I am so sick that he slid as far as he did.
I
was
was sick that the
ridiculous.
Browns didn't draft him. That's what ticked me off.
Okay, so Brian Oberst asked us,
And
guys,
to be fair, how would you rank the coaches in national?
yeah, how would you rank the coaches?
I mean, that's
that
pretty.
won the Natties?
Oh man, that's tough.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah, to
That's
me, I
pretty
think.
easy.
Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. I think Tress has to be number one. Just because
They're
he
interchangeable.
brought the
but
winning
yeah,
culture back.
because he broke the mold.
Well,
Yes.
and actually, Cooper
Yep.
built a foundation for him.
Cooper did build the foundation. You're right.
Because look at he had a lot of great players.
No, we're not giving Cooper any credit here.
Hey,
Well, no.
We're not
Here's
giving
the
Cooper
thing.
any credit here.
Well, let's not say-
Cooper's
let's not
approach
say it
to
wasn't
recruiting
bare. The cupboard wasn't bare when he
changed
got
the
there.
game.
The cupboard wasn't bare when Cooper got there. I mean, when Tressel got there. I hate John Cooper.
He's a loser.
I wouldn't say I hate him, but he's a bum. I get it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though,
96,
guys. I'm going to tell you
98.
right now, if he played in the playoff era, he has at least 2 national titles. If he played
Wrong.
in the playoff era,
Absolutely
he has 2
not.
national titles.
What about his bowl record gives you the confidence he's winning 2 natties?
It's a different game. It's a different game than it was then. I truly believe
He loses any chance he gets.
I feel like he would have
Absolutely
2 natties.
I can't agree
He
with
had
that.
2 teams that couldn't get past Michigan. And let me tell you something.
Well, one couldn't
If
get
you lose
past
that
Michigan
game,
State.
it has a mental effect on you. Look at Ryan Day and what
Well,
it did to him.
he couldn't beat MSU. One couldn't beat MSU, which was like what, 98?
No, it
And
was
then
in
96
game,
he lost to Team Up North.
You know what? Urban had his problems in SU too.
96.
Yeah.
96.
I know
Sean
one year
Springs fell. Sean Springs fell in that game, and Ty Streets got behind him. And the problem was they couldn't score a dang touchdown that game. They had to sell for 4 freaking field goals. They should have mollywopped them. Then
Plus,
I mean, honestly,
John Cooper also had a lot of years in there where he lost like 4 to 5 games. I mean, he had some
did
really
have some
mid
4
years
game,
at
4
Ohio
or 5
State
game
too.
seasons.
Regardless
You are
about
correct
recruiting.
about that.
but I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, at
I
least
think the
Day
90
doesn't.
The 98 team, possibly even
Yeah.
the 95 team could have won natties. Could have. I'm not saying they would have. I'm
Well, I
just
think
saying.
that was it
I have zero
96 that
faith
we
he wins
played
those.
Arizona State in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, because 96.
98.
I think. What's that?
the 96 team played the Rose.
I believe that
think it was
team had a
98, wasn't it?
legitimate shot at the national title had they not
I
lost.
Because that Rose Bowl was in 97, January
Yes.
97. Because I was a senior that year. That's how I remember.
That to me was a team that should have won the national title right there.
95 was talented. I mean, yeah,
They took down Jake the Snake and a very, very talented Arizona State team that year.
Yeah, it was 96.
I mean,
Okay, Bobby Mack super chat.
All he had to do was not lose to the Team Up North.
and the only
You're
time
right.
he beat the team up north is when there was no pressure on him. When they had already lost to Michigan State, there was no pressure on him. He beat him. He beat him in 98. Then he beat him in like 90. I think 95 or 90. I think it was 95 or 94. When Michigan had Todd Collins.
Obviously, looking back on it, things happened probably in the best way they could have, right? Because we got Tressel when we did.
Yeah,
But boy,
yeah, it was.
he
if you
should
look
have
at the
been
butterfly
fired
effect of it all.
6 years sooner. He should have been fired 6 years sooner.
Here's the thing, though.
We
If that
kept him
happened,
way too long.
At least 3 years for sure.
I'm trying to remember. Was it was it you,
something.
Shaun, that was telling me that you questioned it first when they hired Tressel? You wanted Glenn Mason. Was that you?
No,
Who was telling me that?
because I asked like Tim and I asked, oh man, because
Somebody else had said something about that. Like they were
like,
really
you know,
Glenn
they knew
Mason.
who Tressel was, but they were just wondering, is he going to be able to, step into those shoes? Because, that's a pretty
Well, I
big
think he
step
more
up.
than filled those shoes.
I mean, that's a big step up from NIIA. whatever.
And they were FCS, but yeah.
Yes,
FCS, yeah.
back then. So, I mean,
Yeah, you knew the second he said what he did in that gym to
That's
those
what changed
fans.
everybody's
You
mind.
knew from then. You were like, and even after that first year when he went 7-5 or whatever it was like, we'll be fine.
And they beat Michigan that year
because he beat the team up north.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because he
mean-
beat the team up north. You knew we'd be fine,
So we've got Truss at number 1 here,
and we were.
hands down.
We were.
Do we take Urban at number 2 or do we take Day?
See, the one thing,
There's no contest.
the thing that
It's Urban Meyer.
thing that frustrates me
They're
about
Until Ryan Day
him and
wins
Tressel
his next
are the
one, which he has an
interchangeable
opportunity
ones.
to do.
Day 3.
the
Yes.
problem- the
If he
problem-
does that and starts beating the team up north again, that's important too, folks.
Yeah.
then-
Urban left the natty or two in Columbus. He left 1 or 2 there that he should have won. I mean, there's no doubt about that because losing to Iowa and losing to Purdue is unacceptable.
Yep.
I mean, there's no. You lose to
Well,
you go in the
Tressel
playoff-
did that a lot too. He lost to Purdue a lot.
So I
He
mean,
lost to Purdue a lot.
if
Yeah,
lose
you know, until this recent run, Purdue had more success than until the cheating thing. Purdue had more success than any other team in the Big Ten against Ohio State since the year 2000.
Yep.
I mean, because
They
Michigan
were
was tough there for a while.
There were a couple we should have lost. Yeah.
I mean,
Purdue was a major
them
headache
too.
for Tress and for Urban.
you know who else always gave us a fight too was Illinois. Illinois was always a pain in the butt.
And that's why I say watch this year. That is the trap game. That is the one. If I had to choose a game that this team is going to lose this year, that's the one I'm choosing.
See, they have 3 tough three tough places to play. Actually, 4 this year if you count Ann Arbor. But they got to go to Washington, which is no picnic to play at. You got to go to Wisconsin, which is always tough on the road.
Those two, though, Shaun, would you not say talent's going to win out? I mean, that's the big thing. The Ohio State's just so much more talented than those two teams.
Don't sleep
Washington's
on
not
Washington.
bad, but I don't have
Washington's
them as
got
a
a lot.
title contender.
That's a cross country trip too. I mean, there's a chance for jet lag. I mean, sometimes that trip playing out there, the time difference screws with those kids. I mean, you even see it in the pros where West Coast teams come to the East Coast and they lose a lot. So I mean, that's like a Oregon type, stadium there, maybe even louder.
I think we beat both Washington and Illinois by 2 touchdowns, but I think it'll be a bit of a battle for a bit there.
I mean, playing at Camp Randall's no.
The only game I'm worried about is that one at the end.
Yeah.
See,
and Texas. I'm worried about Texas too.
I'm not worried about Texas at all. First of all, until he actually does something, Arch Manning is nothing more than a guy riding his uncle's coattails.
I mean,
I have to see him do it on the field.
The problem is he's got way more reps.
Yeah,
he's got way more reps than Sayin.
He does. He had 2 or 3 games.
If we got Sayin the same amount of reps.
What's that?
Yeah, if he had the same amount of reps, I'd be like, all right, we got him. But Sayin's behind in that, but doesn't mean he can't rise to the occasion and win.
We'll see.
If we win that game, we're going 11-1 at worst.
That was one of my biggest gripes all year is he did not get Sayin enough reps. He was going to take the team over the next year.
Yeah.
You knew that was going to be your guy. You should have been giving him a lot more reps. I know you gave a lot to Devin Brown, maybe because he was being a good soldier and then didn't cry because he wasn't playing, but they should have been giving Sayin those reps.
So
that's the one thing Day needs to start doing is building for the future.
Yes.
With his teams. Like get them reps as much as you can. It's invaluable.
So here's an interesting point here, guys, because we've only got a few minutes before we got to close this one out for tonight. Lee mentions he has Urban at number 1 because of multiple natties. Now, this isn't just what he did at Ohio State. He's talking about the multiple natties. Now, this was not Tressel's first national title. Understand that. It was his first at NCAA Division I.
Yeah.
But he had multiple national titles at the FCS level.
And he beat Tressel. I mean, he Irvin smoked Tressel in the championship game. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, he didn't just beat
there's an argument to be
Tressel.
made
He
there.
built it. You know what?
Yeah. I mean, I know
which
Teddy
I still
Ginn
haven't forgiven him for.
I know Teddy Ginn got hurt, and that went a lot of your.
But injuries are a
off.
part of the game. We can't use that as an excuse.
I'm just saying. I know that was part of it, but I mean, still, they were.
Although to be injured by your own player during a celebration is a little ridiculous.
The thing that ticked me off about that game is they were running the ball good on Florida. That was the one thing they were doing, but they got so far behind they had to abandon the run game. If you look, when Pittman scores, it's 21-14, and the
problem is.
I mean,
the problem is we did the same thing to Florida that Miami did to us.
Yeah.
We didn't take him seriously. And Troy Smith gained a ton of weight. They were
so slow,
partying all week leading up to the game. Nobody was focused, and we just got absolutely dog walked. And that is the worst loss in Ohio State history to this day in my mind, because there is zero reason we should have lost that game.
Wait a minute. That's not right. That's not right. Alex, that's not the worst loss in Ohio State history. 13-10. 13-10. That's what they all say. 13-10.
No.
You know, they sit there and they
That's the worst. That's probably the worst loss in the rivalry's history. Yeah, for us, at least.
You know,
that wasn't the best loss at the same time.
I tell you, they sit there and they say, "Oh, I bet you're big mad. You guys are so hurt." I'm just like, hurt? I said, I'm not hurt. I said, I was hurt in 96 when we lost to you guys. I was hurt back then because I didn't see a natty, but so my lifetime, we've owned you guys. So we've beaten you guys more times than you've beaten us. I said, I've seen 3 national championships. I'm not big mad. Now, do I wish we would have beat you? Yeah, but win the natty.
I'm over losing to them.
Yeah,
I'm over it.
I mean, that's what
gotta
pisses,
change.
That's what
I'm
pisses them off, guys, because that ticked Michigan people off because they thought they were going to have all year to sit there and say, well, we beat you guys. You guys are expecting us to cry. Well, we still won the natty. So, I mean, if we wouldn't have won the natty.
I would give anything to win that Florida game. Anything to win that Florida game. I would give anything.
They should have won that LSU
I still have
game
nightmares
too.
about that game.
That LSU game.
We really should have. That second quarter just roughing the center. What's roughing the center? Like, I was like, I didn't even know that was a penalty. Like, what are we talking about here?
They roughed
that was awful.
kicker.
That was so awful. Ugh.
All they had to do was preserve.
If we just kept running Beanie Wells. If we just keep running Beanie Wells, we win that game.
Of course, that defense wasn't the best defense.
We put the ball too much in Beckman's hands. Yeah, we put the ball too much in Beckman's hands.
Well, if you look at how many freaking stupid penalties they had, I mean, personal fouls, I mean, my gosh, they dropped the touchdown pass. There were so many mental errors that just killed them, guys.
Oh, Bobby.
Yeah, it was
Bobby.
bad.
This is.
We should have been playing Kansas anyway.
Yeah.
My friend, this to me is a bad take because I don't think it's the case.
No.
Brown would be starting over saying had he not transferred, guaranteed.
No shot.
I don't think so.
No chance.
I will say this: people are dogging Devin Brown.
He's good, but I don't think he's elite.
He'll do great at Cal. He'll do great at Cal.
He'll McCord this thing.
He'll have a Kyle McCord type here.
Hey,
he'll do great.
I give the kid credit because he could have pouted and been a bad teammate and caused issues in the locker room, and he didn't do that. So
I give him
respect for the kid for being a good teammate, being a leader. You know.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well,
now I will say.
Go ahead.
Now I was going to say. Now I will say, had he not been hurt for that Wisconsin game, he probably takes the reins in 2023 and never lets him go again if Day gives him the opportunity. But it didn't happen.
I agree.
So
could just never stay healthy.
Could have been a lot different.
That was the problem with Brown. I mean, I loved his attitude. I thought he had a lot of talent. Loved his attitude. But, the injuries were just too much. Couldn't stay healthy.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Absolutely.
So that's going to wrap it up for tonight. We got 3 generational Buckeye squads drafted from the best of the best, 2002, 2014, 2024. Now, your guys' turn weigh in. Make sure to put it in the comments. Who actually won this thing? So far, Shaun is up about 5-1 apiece for me and Alex. But Go through, make your decision, drop it in the comments section below this video, please, and let us know just who won this thing. Don't forget, if you enjoyed tonight's show, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring that bell so you don't miss a single bit of content from the OHIO podcast. And Alex, thank you for joining us tonight. Before we go, please let everyone know where they can find you.
As always. You can find me all over social media. I'm Alex Bryant on Facebook, FlyDog92 on most everything else. And we may or may not be starting our show back up, the Buckeye Bro Show, in a month or so. We'll see. Keep you posted on that. And yeah, might be looking for a new home even too. So we'll see.
All righty. And make sure you guys check out Shaun on Tuesday nights with TG in the Buckeye Lounge. Shaun, you know what you got coming up this Tuesday yet?
This Tuesday we have Nate from Man Coverage, the podcast Man Coverage. He's going to join us. TG and I are going to talk some college football. I mean, there's a lot of different points we want to hit on, from recruiting to the craziness from the, everything that's been going on. So we look forward to just having an open discussion to a lot of people in the chat. Just have a good time.
All right, man. Sounds great. And as always, like I said, Buckeye Lounge can be found right here on the OHIO Podcast Network. So check that out every Tuesday night live at 8 o'clock. Special thanks again to Shaun the Schrockstar and Alex Bryant from the Buckeye Bro Show. Always great to have a blast, or having a blast with you guys on. Until next time, be loud, be proud.
I-O.
Go Bucks.
I-O.
This is the Wild Man signing
Go
off
Bucks.
for tonight.
Go Bucks.